Okay, this is my 1967 Jeepster Commando. She is a bits of this and bits of that. She has been off the road for roughly 1 year and 2 months because the original T14 transmission that I had on board grenaded itself while driving down the road. Actually, I turned up onto a street and first gear went to pieces. So we went off and changed the transmission to a Muncie 465, which should do the job nicely. I'm going to tell you about my Jeep here. These are original 1968 rims that my father-in-law had on his 1967 Scout. These are all in pretty good shape. Alright. Now, the only problem I have with my Jeep right now is my top looks like hell. And I really don't know if I want to go with trying to repair it because it's so far gone that I may just go off and get a new one or put on a rag top. So I'm still trying to ship money for that. Anyway, the body's in pretty good shape. Alright, so we got rid of the chrome bezels here. And paint needs a little bit of work. And I need new bumpers, but that's not necessary. What I do need, however, are rear springs. Now I've ordered a set. See how one side's higher than the other? We have a nice little, we have good gap here and not so good here. So we have to put new springs on it, but we'll see what happens then. This is the interior. Now the interior still needs a little work. I have too many wires that are still loose. But right now she's functioning and working. I'm taking it to work every day and still dealing with that. Now, because the Muncie 465 was taller than the T14, I had to fabricate that hump. I need to make it a little wider because the inside of the trans is bumping up against it, but for right now it works kind of nice. Right here I've made an access panel so we can take that off and I can actually get to the plug for the reverse gear, for the reverse light. It's kind of nice. Alright, but I have to weld some holes back up in the floor because I had to cut a good chunk of the floor away to fit the transmission. Brand new, not brand new, but a new reconditioned dash pad, painted the doors, new seats, old seat, and that piece of wood back there, that is a coffee table my wife did not like, so I took it and cut it up and made a rear deck lid out of it. These actually found in Colorado. The Jeepster guru. He's going to be the guy who provides me with a convertible top when I can shit some money for that. Until then, I'm going to be using my hard top so at least I can drive. This is where it gets interesting. This is my new exhaust system. Alright. Beautiful, custom made with a crossover. Very nice, very tight. If those of you who have seen my last system, it was hanging down low and was way the heck down here. I had no clearance. Had I gone off-road with that, I'd have torn it off for the first bump. So now this one has at least given me the ability to at least kind of take it off-road. Not that I'm going to do a lot of heavy off-roading. I'll just do what I can with what I have. The Muncie 465 weighs 180 pounds versus the T14's 90 pounds. It's also bigger than the T14, which required that I move the cross member back about 8 inches or so, and I had to up that cross member. Now that was custom fabricated by my cousin-in-law, David. I won't say his last name because he didn't give me permission, but he did a bang-up job on that cross member. This thing will hold up a house, and it's held up this transmission very nicely. Now, the downside is the front seal on the transmission has failed, so I'm dumping oil like a big dog. So about once a week I take it to Jiffy Lube and have them top it off until I can take this over to Lavender Brothers and have them fix what happened. So it's a rebuilt transmission, which is okay, but for some reason the front seal or the main seal failed. It could be because I was impatient to hear the engine run, that I ran it dry, and that might be why. So maybe it's my fault. Oh well, what are you going to do? This, you can see that, is the e-brake leverage. Now, I ordered the e-brake cable for an automatic transmission equipped jeepster. Wasn't quite long enough, so I had to get a 10-inch stove bolt from Home Depot, heat it up, bend it, and then I made it work. So right now this works kind of nice. We'll find out if it's going to last or not. We'll see. Alright, it was about 50 cents for that bolt, so if it breaks, I know where I can get another one. Next project is the springs. As you see, I don't have a lot of space up underneath here. I've got a little bit, actually a little overhang, so the body's tilting down on the driver's side, and it's because that spring is weak. That actually came off of a 1970 pickup truck version of a jeepster, the Jeepster Commando. So it's very likely that they overloaded those springs at least once or twice in its lifetime, and I bought used springs, which I did, but these were already shot. So one side was okay, one side's not. So I'm going to put a set of new springs, and hopefully that will correct the problem. I'll make a video of it one way or the other. All right. She's not in bad shape. Now what I have also done while the transmission was down is I have modified my clutch system to include a, let's see, where is it? There it is, right there. A hydraulic clutch system. Works fine. It's stiff as hell. I don't know what the devil's going on. I'm going to tell you what, I kept breaking cables right and left. So I decided to go with a hydraulic system to make it easier. And it's still stiff, so I don't know what's going on with that. All right. So we're dealing with a lot of changes. So if any of you guys have an idea about why my clutch is so stiff, I'd really love to hear from you. Now, it could be that the clutch plate itself is stiff. It's heavy duty. All right, we'll see. But I don't know. I'm told that that's not the case. Yeah? Let's find out.